Alright, how's it going, guys? Just gonna show you a quick video of my Ninja 300. As you can see, it's very low to the ground right now. I've noticed there was a little problem with it scraping underneath the tail, and then if you look at this arm right here, it's a little scratch and a little bent in, so I kind of want to just raise it a little bit so it doesn't have that problem anymore. I'm going with the Roaring Toyz lowering links. So gives 5 points of adjustability. That way I can just kind of move it to a height where I'm comfortable, and yet at the same time isn't so low that that will ever happen again. And so I'm gonna quickly go over this. I got a jack position here underneath the oil pan. Underneath the oil pan, there's a flat surface. I'll show you guys see that. But right here underneath the oil pan, right by the oil drain bolt right here, it's very flat. It's got a regular car jack under here. I'm just gonna lift it up high enough so that I can take off the weight off of the rear suspension, and then I should be able to loosen those bolts. They do recommend removing the heat shield. I'm gonna see if I can do it without that. So let's get started. Okay, even before jacking it up, you want to be able to lock the front brake. So I just grab a regular rubber band and I'm going to pull it over my brake like this. That way, you know, the bike won't roll off on me. So, we're going to jack up the bike. Okay, ideally, you're jacking up this bike with a, motorcycle jack. I don't have one, so I'm using using right underneath the oil pan here. It's gonna cause the bike to lean over, so make sure you have your kickstand engaged. This is why I'm working from this side and not the other side. And you only need to get it somewhere around the rear wheel being off the ground and semi-touching the ground. I'm gonna know because I'm going to loosen these bolts here. Let's see. So I'm gonna fast forward through this. Alright, so I've loosened the bolts beforehand using a 19mm box wrench. Just use the end right here, and then a 17mm socket and ratchet. On the exhaust side, use the ratchet, and on the I guess the clutch side, or your left hand side, you would use the 19mm box wrench. What I did was I jacked up the bike pretty high, loosened the bolts, and then after that I just slowly dropped the jack down and started lowering the bike till the suspension or the tie rods here got really loose. In which case I'm just gonna take it off now. So see you after that. Okay, as you can tell, this is my my right side tie rod. It got hit pretty hard and it's bent. Yeah, so that's why we're changing it, and that's why we're gonna lift it a little bit. So, yeah. Careful when you lower your bike. Alright, to note, don't forget the O-rings. Make sure they go around both sides of the sleeve that's in there. And then after that, we're ready to adjust it. So, give me a second. Okay, so it looks right now that even if I keep my current adjustment where the height is on this motorcycle, you can look at the Roaring Toyz. I'm just gonna twist it here. You can see that the tie rod here doesn't extend any lower, so I'm not gonna run the risk of bending it again. So definitely worth the purchase. I got mine for about $40 on Amazon shipped. So yeah, definitely worth the purchase. I'm still gonna try to raise it up a little bit just because just want to make the bike to me look a little better. Now I feel a little bit more confident. I want to try to get up to normal riding. I'm at the 4th adjustment here, so the second lowest you can possibly get. I'm at least going to try to move it up 2 and see where that goes. Okay? So the bike is currently up at stock height. I like it where it is at. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to tighten it down to specs. That's 44 foot-pound of torque. And then after you tighten it down, you know, the manual recommends re-greasing it. I'm just going to go ahead and skip that. Hopefully it doesn't do anything bad here. But tighten down to 44 foot-pounds of torque, and should be good. And looking at the adjustment, it's the first notch right there. This is gonna go down. This edge is a little bit lowered, but I don't see that being a problem. Again, my bike was much more lower than this. I was at this point of adjustment, and you know, I didn't think there was a problem when I put those on either. So just to show you what happens when you lower your bike a little bit. Here's the undertail. I'm not sure if anyone sees this, if you can see this well. There's basically the tire made an indent here, an impression, and then the plastic starting to come off right here. So I'm gonna try to ride with it being stock height, and if I need to make any adjustment, this was not really a hard process at all. So I strongly suggest anybody who's interested in doing this, interested in lowering the bike, get a Roaring Toyz. Because it's my first new bike. I got the lowering links from the dealer, and they gave me these. It says 2941. I'm not even sure what brand they are, but total crap. You know, they poke down too much. If you even want to get down to the adjustments equivalent of the Roaring Toyz, and they kind of just stuck out too much, and therefore the fork bent. So yeah, that's basically it. Any questions or anything, just leave a comment, and then I'll try to get back to you. Thanks.